We're just a couple of nerds getting sidetracked with side quests. I'm Adam.
I'm Kaya, and every day is a new side quest. Hello, Wanderers. This is Amateur Side Quest, and I'm Kaya. Today we're playing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. This comes to us from my childhood, in that growing up I played so many puzzle games, like an absurd number of puzzle games, to a point of I remember when computer games were just starting to be not really sold anymore. I went to, I think it was Zeller's, and I bought every single Sherlock Holmes game that I could find that was on a physical disc, and I played every single one of them. I don't think I've played all the Sherlock Holmes games, but I definitely played the most recent one, which I think was Devil's Daughter, and I think I played the most recent one before that. I've also played a number of other ones, and I played a number of other, like, kind of detective puzzly games like Nancy Drew and Agatha Christie and stuff like that. I absolutely love them, and I'm super stoked for this one, to a point of as soon as I heard it was coming out, I put it on my wish list, and now here we are playing it. I'm probably going to become obsessed with this game, and I have to admit right now, as you can tell by the fact it says continue, this is not the first time I'm trying to record this. The first time, it got really jittery, but you may see bits and pieces of that interjected throughout this episode, because I learned a lot. Without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, I'll get rid of whatever I had previously. I am still really excited for this. One benefit that I suppose you'll get out of me playing it again is that, you won't have to watch me fail through like 3 episodes. It took me so long to do some things, I'm ashamed. I'm also ashamed to say that the first time I watched this cutscene, I forgot that Sherry is a familiar form of Sherlock. So for a brief period, I thought this was not Sherlock and Watson.
Ginger, that's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness. Thank you for your support, John.
I also forgot that Watson's first name was John, because
Terrific. Don't worry, Sherry.
I mostly just know them as like Watson and
so much for docking by tea time.
Sherlock
The
Holmes.
captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Traveling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
That's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said.
I'm not sure if this builds off of a previous
this
game's
is a
story or
performative farce,
anything,
a feeble excuse to avoid
and I'm
responsibilities,
really,
and that
like,
there
I
was
have no
nothing to be
idea
gained from it.
You
what
needed to
the
do
story
this.
of this game
Enough of the
is.
self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it?
Like, I don't know what's up with visiting his mother's grave or anything. I'm not sure what's going on here. I honestly don't even know, like, where they grew up.
I will not stand in your way.
Because it said, I think it says later where we're going, and I don't remember what it is. I think my guess was possibly somewhere in Spain or something, but, like, if that's where they grew up, it definitely doesn't sound like that's where they grew up. Like, they sound British. The graphics in this game look pretty decent. I don't know that I'd say they're on par with, like, the, you know, best games nowadays, but, like, they're pretty good. Given how long it's been since the last game, though, I don't know that I could say that the graphics have improved a lot since the last one. I also don't know if this is made by the same people. I wouldn't be surprised if it's made by completely different people.
Hey, Sherry, come on, catch up.
So
yes.
the first time I played this, I was like, cool, a tutorial. I wonder how tutorial-y it's going to be. And I tried to wander around and see what I could interact with, because it just says press left to interact. So I went to what I thought was, you know, things I might interact with, like a bench, or the gate, or talking to other people. No, this is kind of a one-track tutorial where I'm just supposed to go and talk to Watson right now. So when I need to interact with something, it'll have a circle on it like this, and I can just click on it.
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden. Follow the sound of my voice.
Okay, so technically I'm not supposed to interact with him. I'm supposed to go interact with... I don't know if it's the door or if it's this guy. Yeah, Il Palazzo del Luzzo, whatever he said. I probably said that wrong. It sounds kind of like Spanish or something to me, so I'm not sure if this is like Spain or where we are. Yeah, it's this guy I'm supposed to talk to, not the door.
If you need something, sir, please inquire at reception.
Oh, no, I'm just supposed to push through the doors. I remember now.
Welcome to Il Palazzo del Lusso, sir. We just need your signature.
I also tried to wander around and talk to people in here. No, one-track tutorial. I gotta talk to this guy.
Would you kindly sign these papers, sir?
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
This guy's eyes still look very
I
red.
think we'll stick together.
Very good.
I don't know
Rooms
why.
are
He
upstairs,
looks
sir.
like
Welcome to Cordona.
his skin's very white and his eyes are very red, and he looks very sickly in my opinion. Later on, when you see some of the other cutscenes, you can see that like Sherlock's eyes are also kind of red, but his skin just isn't as white, so it doesn't look as jarring. I'm not sure why the developers decided, you know what, we're gonna make the skin this color. 221. I'm trying to remember which direction 221 is. Whatever. I can get there either direction. Also, I can run in this game, as much as it never tells me that. Maybe it tells me later. I don't know. Maybe I didn't make it that far. Of course, this is the wrong side again. Okay. So I'm just going to run to the other side. I still think it's really funny running in games like this, where it's like, no normal human is going to be running in this building. But it's like, it's a game. Suspend your disbelief. Like, nobody's going to question the fact that you're just running past them in a hotel. Okay, here's 221. And this part, I hate this part so much.
I apologize, sir, but your room is not yet ready. Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary marlin ceviche to all our guests.
I
Let's check what they have on
really,
offer.
really hate in games when they're like, okay, this is a one-track tutorial, but the thing you're supposed to do, you can't do. It's just a trigger to get you to do something else. Like, I don't understand that, where it's like, yeah, you gotta go to your room, and it's like, oh, your room's not ready. It's like, well, why'd you make me go there then? I'm gonna assume this is a ceviche. Do I look at the
Hey,
ceviche?
Sherry, just our luck.
Maybe I talk to
If
this guy?
seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch. Our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
It's only been like a week since I recorded it the first time, but I already don't remember things.
Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
Okay, he's pointing at the sign. Should I look at the sign?
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
This guy looks super like
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galich is
uptight,
conducting a
artsy
seance at the
fartsy.
moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me?
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
I also love how
All things
presumptuous
require justification,
Sherlock
be they
is.
objects,
Like this whole
systems, or
conversation,
beliefs.
How about art
like
as the lens
logic
through which we
versus
see
the
truth
art.
of the world? That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. We do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
You'll never be able to win an
That
argument
seems
with
rather
Sherlock Holmes.
close-minded.
He's so logic-based.
Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Come now, Sherry. What did
I
he
love
do
that
to
so
deserve
much.
that?
So
The
funny.
servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
Okay, so I'm not gonna wander around like an idiot and try to find a table like I did last time, which was stupid of me. I'm gonna grab ceviche.
Okay, time to check if John found us a nice table for the evening.
I don't know if I just misheard him last time or something, but I thought he told me to find a table and I could not find a table and I was really mad about it.
Sherry, I'm over here with my new Ursine companion.
I still don't know what that means. He says my Ursine companion. Isn't that a bear? Like, where's a bear? Do the table legs, are those bear symbols? Is that what he means? Oh my god, he's talking about the painting on the wall. I never noticed that last time.
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
Cordona sounds like it could be like Italy or something, maybe. I apologize for anybody who knows geography, but I'm not the most well-versed in geography, and I have no idea where this is.
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
I love his reaction. Why should I return it?
Deliver it to him? Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
That's such a weird thing to say, but so Sherlock. Okay, let's look at this cane, see if we can figure out whose it is. Handle.
The cane is made of ebony. It's worn uncared for and bears the scars of numerous hits.
Like the whole cane? What? Is he just like beating people with the cane as a whole?
A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow. Perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows. Or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place.
And let's look at the head of the cane.
The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right, I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
Okay, so this is where I start getting into some of the fun stuff. So I gotta open the case book. There's a lot of things in here. I'm gonna briefly look at them. Let's start with this. So back to Cordona. I arrived at Cordona, the island where I spent my childhood, accompanied by my only friend, John. It is late evening, but I have a room booked at the Hotel Il Plaza de Lusso. I simply need to check in with the receptionist. It seems as if I must spend a night here before I can visit my mother's grave. The receptionist welcomed me and said that room number 222 had been prepared for me upstairs. The servant told me that my room is not yet ready. I guess I'll have to spend some time in the foyer. John found an advertisement in the hall and wants me to take a look. Today only, the famed medium Luca Gallici performs a seance. Witness him summon the spirits of beloved relatives and celebrities. John wants me to visit the medium. We must wait for the seance to end. In the meantime, I'll find myself a table, enjoy the music, and relax. See, this thing says, I'll find myself a table, and that was part of what confused me when I was playing the first time. No, I wasn't supposed to find a table. John was. So, you know, not my fault it's confusing. John decided to look for a free table and asked me to collect a complimentary ceviche from the bar. I've got the dish. Time to see if John found us a good place. John found an exotic cane on our table and wants me to inspect it. And lastly, the lost cane. The cane's made of ebony wood with an oddly detailed carving of bulb of garlic, most likely the coat of arms. The hand grip is made of a Javanese statue in the Wayang style, likely stolen from a temple. Together, the cane and knob are so heavy that if swung with ferocity, it could break any bone. Indeed, the cudgel bears the sign of numerous such hits, showing the owner took little care of it. In sum, this valuable cane most likely belongs to an English noble. John wants me to find its owner. To do so, I shall have to inquire with other guests in the foyer as to who may have been sitting at this table. To me, this thing sounds like a murder weapon, and I don't know if we're going to get to that at some point, but, you know, let's pin this so we can go ask people about it. Let's ask the closest guy first, because that makes the most sense. I feel like he would have seen something.
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
Okay, so I'm not supposed to talk to him? I feel like last time he's the one that told me, so maybe I'm crazy. Or maybe it was it this person? She's also pretty close.
Do you know anything about this?
You're fortunate to ask me because I know that.
There were 3 people at the table, a couple and a retired Navy officer. Observers weren't sure what happened to the couple, but the Navy officer was seen going out to the front garden for some air. I have to find him.
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
Huh. And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so I press Q to concentrate. And I can see things about people, like Turkish actress, sympathetic, knits with seaweed. And I can look at all sorts of people. I'm gonna spare you the agony of watching me last time. However, I might insert here, what happened last time? I will start by saying I did not win the bet last time, and I was really mad about it because I didn't understand that's how this would work. I thought I could still talk to other people. I didn't understand when he said, like, oh, I bet you won't find them first try. Like, I thought I was still looking for more information. Apparently, I was not still looking for more information. I was just supposed to, like, do this and try to find who I was looking for. There's supposed to be a book or article or something somewhere that I wanted to read. Is it this article? Yeah, I want to read this article. And so right after I turned the corner, I saw him, the necromancer. He started to nervously look around, but I quickly hid behind a gravestone. Common sense told me to run, but my duty to you, my readers, was more important than the risk to my own life. Luckily, the vampire did not notice me and continued his devilish ritual. He raised a woman from her grave and ordered her to kill 2 men who were close by. Then they kissed and made unholy love in her freshly unearthed coffin. It lasted for hours, but when the moon became low in the sky, they turned into bats and flew away. This sounds like not like a news article. It sounds like some story someone made up and wrote. Like, made love for hours? What? So I'm not gonna be an idiot this time. I think it took me 2 episodes to find him last time, which I'm ashamed to say. Let's just look at some of these people just so you can get a bit of an understanding of what we're looking at. Arab teacher, pub regular, friendly. All 3 of these stats are important. Scottish aristocrat, social anxiety, affable. What's this guy? Arab bureaucrat, suffering from cirrhosis? Sympathetic. I walk so slow when I'm in this mode, though, and I cannot stand it. So I'm going to come over here, sparing you the time of my pain. I'm going to look at this guy. Cordonian clerk, sympathetic, and the part I missed last time, retired military officer. We'll input here how long it took me to find this out last time. Irish judge. Italian clerk. Oh, God. I didn't notice that this says retired military officer. How would anybody know that? Oh, screw off. For now, let's talk to him.
May I ask you something?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
The Navy officer, Mr. Rhodes, was sitting at our table with the noble couple. The men talked about yachting, and the lady was fidgeting with the cane. Perhaps she put it aside, and her husband forgot to take it when they went to meet the medium. Now I have a perfect excuse to enter the seance room.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just
And I
going to
actually
give the
won the
cane
bet
to
this
its owner,
time.
who will not persuade me to take part in this show.
So that's nice that I actually won the bet this time. I was really upset about that last time. Pretty chuffed. If we haven't inserted it yet, we might insert that here. No. Yeah. Yeah. I think I was, like, starting the 3rd episode or something at this point, so, yeah, you're welcome for what I would now call a speed run, because I'm so great at this game. Why was he walking so weird? Okay, this is something I commented on last time, and I gotta comment on it again. Like, his walk cycle when he's walking isn't bad, but when he stops, he always has to come to a specific, like, I'm standing in this exact stance. So it's, like, really, like, if you only walk, like, a foot, it's, like, really weird and jarring and kind of jittery almost, in a way. Like, it just doesn't look normal.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What?
I want to know
No,
if
that's
Watson was actually
custom-made.
playing the
A
piano
joke,
somewhere.
A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be...
It's really weird that even though he's blurred out in the background, the like glasses of the
What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did
medium
you
are
know
just
I
like
was the
sticking
right
out real
fellow?
awkwardly. Like, I don't know why they did that, but like his glasses, like you could see the circles of his glasses. It was so weird. And just before I observe, I still have to finish commenting on that piano thing. Like, did he walk into this room and sit down and start playing piano while everybody wasn't paying attention? Or like, was that just for effect? What piano was that? You know what? I think this might be a good place to stop for this episode. We will inspect this dude next time and tell him exactly why we know who he is. Okay, I can't open the pause menu right now, so we're just gonna stay in this mode. Actually, you know what? I gotta get to a point where I can get to a pause menu. So never mind. We're gonna keep playing for a little bit. We're gonna find out who this guy is and why we know who he is. Swollen reddish skin. Okay. Rich and fashionable, expensive and new clothes. I love the little like yellow butterflies that they got going on here. They're kind of enjoyable. A head of garlic, doesn't wear a wedding ring. Slightly red knuckles, recently hit someone with force. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the medium. Punched him right in his face. He's a bored British nobleman and an ill Englishman on resort. Or am I supposed to choose one of those? Let me see what's over here. Judging by the heraldic emblem on his signet ring and cane, I can be fairly certain that this man is Lord Craven, a bored rich English nobleman who travels around Europe squandering his money. His florid face indicates that he has a problem with alcohol. He's still physically strong and healthy, but in a few years' time, he'll be wretched. Being constantly drunk, he has issues with his temper. His red knuckles reveal that he has severely beaten at least one person quite recently. His anger issues mixed with alcohol and contrariety could make him a violent person. I feel like it's maybe both. I wonder if the ill refers to alcohol. So let's confirm this portrait. Accept.
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply
Telling it like it is, Sherlock.
marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium.
I wish I had that
You
kind
hear
of
that,
deductive
Emma?
skills for
Well,
real.
You found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
I love how much
Why
he has a
bother?
disdain for the
I know
police.
this Harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare
Yeah.
you and he the trouble if you first answer me this.
What happened at the seance?
You insist the medium robbed you during the seance. But what occurred exactly?
Ah, it was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritual trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Okay, tell me about this diamond then.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a seance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Raja, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
I guess I'll go
Stay
look
here,
around then.
And don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be
These
keeping a
particle
close
effects of
eye
these
on
like
this
bubbles
thief.
floating around, I don't know what they're supposed to be. Okay, it looks like I can pause the game now. Yeah, so we are gonna leave it here. This has been Amateur Side Quest. I'm Kaya. And if you want to check out anything else we're doing, I believe right now Adam's playing Inscription and Control. I believe those are coming out on alternating Tuesdays, so go check those out. They're very entertaining. I think I'll be playing this for a while, and we'll see how obsessed I get with it. I'm not quite back to where I got previously, but we'll see how long it takes me to get there, considering this is only the first episode. All right, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.